How's it going, guys? It is Ryan and welcome back to our Dirt Rally Ultimate Career Mode. It has been quite a bit of time since the last episode due to personal reasons, which you might have seen in my last video on this channel, but we are back to finish off the Clubman Championship here in Sweden, in Horges. Don't know how to pronounce that anyway, but we're on the junior circuit once again for the final round of this championship, and we are in a perfect position. If you've not seen the last episode of our Dirt Rally Career Mode, we are currently leading the championship for the final race of the season, and I just want to quickly mention that in the next championship we are doing something different. So this will be the last time you'll see me in these cars, and I'll explain it as we go on in this video. But we're here for race 1, and lights out, and away we go. And once again we get a poor start again, basically, as we are in with some big names here from the series so far. We've got Petit and Costa. Martin we haven't raced with, I think, in a long time, so we're going to be taking the Joker lap on the first lap. Strategic decision there. We're on the junior layout, so it's a bit different from what we've raced with before on there. So we're just going to see how we do in this one, as I am a bit shaky. I have not played this game since the last episode, so it has been maybe a couple of weeks since then. So I am a bit shaky, but we'll see how we do in this one on there. And watching the actual World Rallycross has got me really pumped to do more of these videos, so I'm a massive fan of Rallycross now, and hopefully there will be a video going out very shortly about Rallycross, so that's very exciting. But anyway, we're going to be starting the third lap, and we've already got past Martin, I think it is, up to third place once he's taken his Joker lap. But Petit in front of us has taken his, so it's a bit unfortunate there. We won't be gaining any position on him. We just go a bit wide there, but Costa will most likely take his Joker lap, I believe, or he's staying out actually, so he's just there. But us three are actually catching him up, so that might be a bar in the backside for Costa, which may cost him a couple of positions here. So, but we're catching up to Petit as well, so we're on to the final lap of this race. It's a short one, this one, a mid 25-second lap, so it's not that long, this one. But as you can see, we're really pushing the limits of the track here. We're right on the back of Petit, and we're just going to get ahead of Costa, but he makes contact with Petit, which gives us a chance to go around the outside of Petit, and we're going to try and go around the outside of Costa in the final corner. We put it off amazingly, and somehow, some way, we are going to win this first race, only just though from Petit, as you can just see him there in the background there. Very close, probably one of the closest races I've had so far in the series. But we're going to be going straight on now to race number 2 here, and it's the same 4 once again. It's lights out and away we go. We're on the close to the wall there, so it's not the best line to start with, which has cost us only 2 positions, so not too bad really on there. But we're up to second, but we automatically lose third from Costa. We were going to take the Joker, but Costa was blocking the entry, but he decides to go in as well. So we're going to be following Petit now, as Martin has had some sort of crash, because he's already behind Costa, who's already taken his Joker lap, so he must have had a massive moment there. But we're going to be starting lap number 2 now of this race, and are we going to take the Joker lap early, or are we going to take a gamble and stay out as long as possible here? But we decide to stay out and follow Petit as well, and see if we can gain any more time on him once we take the Joker lap. And the times are looking okay so far as Martin takes his Joker lap, so it's only the top 2 of myself and Petit not to take their Joker lap yet. So we're going on to the second half of this race now, lap number 3, and we brake just late then Petit does, but we've gone very wide and we've hit the barrier there, which is not what I wanted. That definitely has cost us a chance of winning this race, and we're just side by side with Costa, so we will probably come last here once we've taken this Joker lap, which is not what I wanted, and we are indeed dropped to last place. So that one mistake has cost us the chance of victory in race 2 for 2 races in a row. But we just got to really push now and see if we can get anything from this. But it just looks like we're going to be coming in last place again, which is quite a rarity in the series so far. We've had some decent finishes there, and we've gone once again wide, same mistake as before, and we've hit the wall. And this is a race that I will not want to remember going back in throughout the episodes of the series. So not what I wanted, but we'll have to take it on the head really, and focus now for race 3. But we're going to come home in last place, not really what I wanted, and we're not going to get a lot of points as well from this. So a bit disappointed really, but we need to put our mindset away from this race and focus on the next one. Just going to show you the results there. Those 2 crashes have cost me, and we finished last in the group. But overall, we're still P4 after 2 races, so not too bad really. But it's all about qualifying though, as remember the top 12 from the 16 qualify for the semi-finals. But here, now for race number 3 of this final round of the championship, and away we go. We're on the outside lane 4, and we get a good start, and we get past Martin already up to 3rd place there, but he will have the inside. Oh, and there's been a crash as well. I don't know what happened there with Costa, and he just suddenly braked, avoiding the barrier, and we had nowhere to go. And we luckily did not get a lot of damage from that, but we're going to take the Joker lap as Costa gets through to P3. We will be last, but it's alright, we have taken our Joker lap, so we can now push right now. As we are going to be going on to lap number 2. As going to be taking that very nicely actually, so I'm very happy with the pace so far, as Costa will take his Joker lap. Martin has already taken his, so Martin having a better performance than he has done in the last few races, so very happy to see Martin there getting some pace on him. But Petit has not taken his Joker lap as he starts lap number 3, with Martin in 2nd, us in 3rd and Costa in 4th. As we're going on now to the penultimate lap of race number 3, and we take an absolute perfect line through that corner, as Martin is struggling a bit there, it seems, with grip, so that's another factor we have to take into this. As Petit there's still not taking his Joker lap as he starts the final lap of his race, as we're slowly crawling to Martin, as we are now on the final lap of this race, as we are going to be really pushing now. We don't want to lose out to Costa, but Costa's a few seconds back actually, so we don't have to worry about him now. As it's actually nail biting close between Petit and Martin there, nearly making contact, and that's giving us the chance to catch up. Can we get a move on Martin? We're going to take the inside of Martin as it's a drag race now. Are we going to get 2nd place? We just about get it, and that is once again 2 races in the episode have been extremely close between me and another car. But we just pit Martin, we get 2nd place, 45 points in the bag, lovely jubbly. Going on now to the final race now. And we already know we're qualified, but we want to be in the top split for the semi-finals. And away we go for the final race of qualifying. And it's the worst one we've had all of the episode, but we still gain a position on Costa, who had a moment. And Martin as well has hit the wall, it seems, the barrier, which is not what he wanted. And we've been hit from Costa, it seems, behind as well, which is not what I wanted. And I think he was taking the Joker lap actually, so a bit unfortunate there. I think he may have just missed the entry point and had to take drastic action to get there. But was a bit fortunate there we didn't get anything from that, we didn't crash out, because that would have definitely hinted our chances of being in the top split for the semi-finals. And we're just going to be now trying to hunt down Petit, who has been pretty consistent on his pace throughout this qualifying round, so he's definitely one to watch out for in the final, if he obviously gets through the semi-finals of course. But we have taken our Joker lap, but we are catching him up at quick pace, which is fantastic to see, as we're going to be starting lap number 3 now of this last round of qualifying, as we're going to just about hold on here and see how we do as we're coming now through past the Joker lap, so we will have to take it on the last lap, as you will see in a minute, as our engineer informs us that we must take the Joker lap or we will get penalised. But we are all over the back of Petit. He's left the door open, so we're going to take the inside, and we take the lead of the race with 1 lap to go here. And as you can see there, we have to take the Joker, remember, or we'll get a 20-second penalty, I think it is. But Petit's struggling, it seems, so he may have clipped the wall or something which has given him loss of grip. But we are going to maintain the position there, so we aren't going to lose out. Just check behind, see where they are. And Petit is holding on to 2nd place, but we are going to finish off this qualifying round with a win, which will put us in a great mood going into the final 2 races of the meeting here. We, as I said, have qualified for the semi-finals, and hopefully we will finish in the top split, was my main goal. 50 points, the 450 banger on there, and we got the fastest lap of the race as well, which is good, from that one in Heat 4. But we're going to be going now on there, and we finished 2nd, so we are definitely in the top split for the semi-final here, as we are building the revs now. There are some new faces we've not seen before, and a rivalry will continue once again with Mercia in this race. But we are away, and we actually get a decent start. We're 2nd place, and we just clip the back of Costa on there, so obviously no wrench into Costa Coffee, of course. But we will take the Joker lap now, get it out of the way, but it's a really poor Joker lap, and we lock the tyres and we hit the wall, which hopefully will not affect our car as much, but best to get it out of the way. There are 6 people in this group, as if you guys do not know. The semi-finals and finals consist of 6 drivers, and the top 3 from the 2 races in the semi-final qualify for the final. So I wanted to get it out of the way, avoid anyone if multiple cars take the Joker lap. As you can see, there's 2 of them, I think 4 of them actually, all taking Joker laps already on the space of a lap. So we've gained a few positions up to P3 at the minute, so at this point we will be qualifying for the final if it stays as it is if we cross the finish line to start lap number 3 here. We're on the back of Mercier, our arch rival in this championship, and it's good to have him here in this one so we can draw first blood on him if we manage to beat him here. But he is taking the Joker lap, so he has got the advantage at the minute. But Costa once again is not taking his Joker lap, and Mercier's gone a bit wide there, so we've gained a bit of time on him here as we go into the final corner. Is he going to leave the door open? He leaves it completely shut there. So that's some very nice driving there from Mercier, as we will start the final lap now of the semi-final. And are we going to get anything from this? And we've got Hughes behind, so we've got to be very careful here that we don't miss out on a final spot, because if we do, it's probably most likely we won't win the championship. So I knew that was happening. But we're going to try and go down the inside of Mercier, who is blocking galore. He goes wide though, makes a mistake. We take the inside and we will win the first race of the semi-finals and qualify for the final. And our championship is getting ever closer, as we have Conti, Evans, and I don't know how to pronounce that Greek name, I do apologise, qualifying for the final. We are on the inside for this final, and the final race of the championship, it is lights out, and away we go for this last race of the championship. And again, we get a decent start, only losing out 2 positions, in really roughly 1 place, 2 places actually, as Mercier and us are back once again for another rivalry, it seems. But we are P3 at the minute. Conti leads, who's been pretty good in the previous championship, so it is good to see him up there on there. And Mercier goes wide and gives a bit of a cheeky tap there, pushing us wide, but we still maintain P3 as we start lap number 2 now of this final. And obviously the final is a 6-lap race, so no need to take your Joker laps early, but it could be essential. It is all about strategy here, as Mercier will take his Joker lap now and get it out of the way. We are still fighting with Conti, who is in that Renault Clio. We haven't seen many Renault Clios in this episode, so it is nice to see a Clio in this final. And we go round the outside of him beautifully and take the lead of the race. I think he's still side by side with us actually on this, so we've got to give him space as we go into turn 1. And we're going to try and hook it round the outside. We do so with just a tad bit of contact there, but we've gone wide, and Conti is now side by side with us once again. Got to give him the space, but we have the inside line for the next corner, and we take back the lead of the race. But we're still fighting really with Conti side by side. He breaks early into the final corner to try and get a better exit, but we hold him off nicely as we start the second half of this final. And it is extremely close. The other 4 have already taken their Joker laps. Me and Conti are the only 2 to not do it. So it is a waiting game on who's going to draw first blood here and who will take the Joker lap. And Conti has taken his Joker lap and has lost 2 positions to Mercier and Hughes. So I was thinking here, are we going to lose this? Are we going to not get a victory here in the last meeting of the season and end the season on a high? So we're going to see how we go here. And would I take the Joker laps to not lose too much ground with the leaders? And we've gone very wide, and because of that, I take the Joker lap now, brake very early to try and get a nice line. And we just about get it right there, but we do lose the leads, unfortunately, to Mercier, but we managed to stay out ahead of Hughes, who's got the same livery as us, so we must be teammates, but I'm not really sure about this on there. But we go very wide as we start the final lap now of this last round of the championship before we go our separate ways with these cars, and hopefully we can have one last hurrah with them. But we've gone very wide there, nearly hitting that billboard there, so I was very lucky to avoid that. But it seems Mercier will pull off a win here in this last round of the championship, but we will end the season on a high with a podium finish, which is good. And most importantly, if my maths is correct, we will win the championship, our first championship victory of the series, and we cross the line in P2. And we're going to just check now with the standings of who has won this championship. I believe we've won it, but there is a confirmation of the results from the final and the points we get from there. 22 points nicely from Mercier, getting 25. and we get some lovely credits there. We'll go towards our next car on there, and we get some lovely updates as well. And we have won the championship by astonishing 4 points, so very close there in the final stage of the championship. But we will now move up now to professional, the professional championship, where it's going to get even harder for us. So I want you guys now to decide what car I will drive for the next championship. There are a lot of cars to choose from. More specifically, there's only 2 if I'm honest. But we have the classic cars of the Mini Cooper, or we jump straight in to the World Rallycross Championship. It's going to be interesting, but what your decision is. But let me know, guys, in the comments below what you want me to do. I've got an idea of what I want to drive, but it is up to you guys as well. Your feedback is appreciated. Make sure if you aren't ready to subscribe, if you aren't ready for more Dirt Rally content and other content on the channel coming very soon. But until next time, guys, let me know what you want me to drive next. The cars are on your screen right now. But until then, guys, have a fantastic day, and I shall see you guys for the next episode. Until then, see you later, guys, and have a good day.